Hello and welcome back to this series of QGIS. Last time we looked at how to add a shapefile in GIS and also give it some colors. So today we are going to look at adding external data. Let's say you have a CSV or an Excel in GIS. And you want to draw maps regarding your data. For example, you might have malaria data, you might have data on population, you might have data on wetlands and maybe with coordinates and everything. So we're going to see how to add a simple data set in GIS and also draw a map using it. So by default, GIS gives you an option of adding Excel CSV, but you might find sometimes you want to add a spreadsheet that is an XLS. We shall focus on that today to see how you can add an Excel file and then draw your map based on that. So I'm going to first of all add in my district shape file. I'm going to add vector layer. I'm going to add vector layer. I navigate to where my shapefile is. It's this Uganda shapefile.shp. I'm going to look for the SHP file because the SHP file is what gives you the map. I double click on it, click on add, it appears in the background, and under my layers, then I click on close. So this is the map, the shapefile map that you're going to use. In case you don't have this, I added it in video number 2 in this series. You can always go and download the shape files and use this map. Also, if it is your first time interacting with GIS, then go to the first 2 videos. They will give you an introduction and get you up to this stage. So the other thing I'm going to add is an Excel file. And as I said, by default, GIS will give you this CSV, the delimited text layer. But if you want to add a spreadsheet, you'll have to go a step further. And as we saw before, you have to install a plugin. And under plugins, you go to manage and install plugins, and you look for the Excel. I'm going to type Excel. That is the geo spreadsheet here. And because mine is installed, once you click on it, it will bring you a reinstall plugin, uninstall, and all this. But for you, if it's your first time installing it, you will have to click on install plugin here. Once you've installed it, you come back to your map, go to layer, add a layer, then it will be a geo spreadsheet. So I'm going to click on geo spreadsheet and then navigate to where my data is. So when I get my data, I'm going to be using under one population in Uganda. I open it. So here at the bottom, you see this is my data. And the worksheet is this worksheet, then the layer, this will be the layer name. Then if it has, in case you have data with coordinates, you have to come and do what? This will be checked, and then you map the coordinates like how they are in your Excel. Then also here, they say use first header as row. If you check it, then you have the rows disappear, and the first row disappears, and you have your data in. But you can always see what happens when you uncheck or check it. So I'm going to uncheck mine so that I have the district, population, and under 5 population as my row headers. Then I click OK. I have this shapefile here. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to check if my columns match, and this is something you should do before you bring in the data, because you want to see if your attribute table if the attribute table of your map and the attribute table of the data you've brought in match based on the column that you're going to use to merge, because you know as you're merging, you need you're going to use a common column. And for us in this district mapping, we're going to use from the shapefile, we're going to use the column for the district, which is this district name D, and in our Excel we're going to use this district. So here everything should be matching to the spot. If it is capital letters in the shapefile, because it takes precedence, it should be capital letters in your data. If there is the word district here, like Kamuri district, it should be the same this side. Then if you have Ruero district, for example, Ruero district in your Excel, but the shapefile doesn't have the word district, you'll have to go back to Excel and remove and make sure that they match 100%, otherwise they will not merge. So let us now proceed to creating a join. So we are going to add a join on this shapefile itself. I'm going to right click, go to properties. Then in properties, I look for joins, these joins. Then I click on plus. So I'm joining my shapefile with this Uganda under one population, joining district with D. So I'm going to click OK and apply and OK. So now that we've done the joining, ideally when I go to my shapefile, every district should have a corresponding under 5 population. So let me check. Yes, I have Mbale City has the population, but I see Udaka does not have here. A number of districts have nulls in the population in the joined field, which means something is not matching with the data. So I'm going to go back to my data set, my original Excel file, and see what is wrong. Let me look for a district to search for. Let me search for Buvuma, for example, and see why the data is not joining. So this is my Excel file. Let me search for Buvuma, for example. This is Buvuma. Buvuma has data, but when I click on the name, you see the name has a trailing space. There is a space after the district name. So I'm going to remove that. I'm going to remove that space. So let me insert a column here. I'm going to trim this district name. Okay, so do for all. I do like this, paste values. And save. So I've saved the changes in this, and I'm now going to remove it. I'm going to remove it and bring it again. So this is important. It is always important that you clean your data. You go through the cleaning bit before you bring in your shapefile. So okay, then I am going to attempt and add a join again. Okay, I say okay, apply, okay. Then I check this attribute table again, and we see, okay, Kasanda is now missing, but majority of the districts, then Kampala and Zimbabwe are missing. So these ones, if we check, for example, for Kampala, usually the shapefiles are always the shapefile has a different name from the dataset mainly. For Kampala, you'll find that it is Kampala City. Then Cassandra, maybe it is single S on Cassandra. We're going to check that shortly. And then we proceed with the map. Then Kampala, it is Kampala, Cassandra, and Zimbabwe. Let me check in my data under one population. When I search for Kampala, you see what it brings. So this bit of cleaning should have been done before, but most times when you're joining in a shapefile, you have this. So as I predicted, the name for this is Kampala City Authority. Yet the shapefile had Kampala, so you have to come back to your data and do what? And clean. Let me save. So I'm going to do a join one more time. And then we see if Kampala has been sorted. So let me remove this layer, add a layer, and spreadsheet. I navigate to this under one population. I correct this, so I have my column names there. Click OK. Okay, I go to joins, add the join district on D. Okay, apply. Okay, then I come to attribute table. I look for Kampala. Does it have? So you see, Kampala now has the population because I did the cleaning to ensure that it matches. So you can always do the same, but to keep time, I'm going to skip Cassandra and Zimbabwe. But when you go to Madiokoro, these districts usually problematic because of the different spellings. But now that I have my data here, I'm going to go on and create a map. So still, I'm going to go to my properties. As we saw previously, to change colors, I'm going to go to symbology. Where the single symbol, I'm going to do graduated, because I want to plot to show districts with high population density. And I'm going to do as the population increases, the color becomes dark. So after selecting graduated, I'm going to select here under value is the column you want to be shown on the map. It is going to be under 5 population. Then the color ramp, it is this one, is what I want. Then after this, I'm going to click on classify. Classify will automatically do what? Create for you colors. I'm going to click on classify, and it has given me those bands by default. You can always come and change the bands later. We shall see that at a later time. Then I click apply and OK. So the map has changed based on the population, and you see we have this. The reds have a slightly higher number of under 5 from the map, and these you see this region, I think this is Karamoja, has fewer children. This is just that I'm using to do what? To show the application of exporting data in GIS and importing data in GIS and also mapping. It might not be accurate, but it's just for showing a concept or proving a concept, how you do something like this. So this is our map. I'm going to go a step further and do what we call importing this map. We're going to import this map so that you can use it maybe in a presentation or in a document. So after this, I'm going to this. There is an icon here, print layout, new print layout. You can alternative, I think, go to project. Is it in project? New print layout. But I'm going to use the shortcut. This one, new print layout. I see population. So it opens this canvas where I'm going to draw a map. So I'm going to go to add item, add map, and this one automatically picks from my GIS in the background. I drag. I'm going to hold and drag. I have my map here. Then I go to map properties. I'm going to change the scale so the map fills up this area. Let me reduce this scale. Okay, it has increased a bit. Okay, so I adjusted the scale. I reduced the scale to do what? To have this map fill the canvas. In case you have your map and it is tiny, you have to come here on zoom and fit layout. You might start working and your map is maybe 50% or even less, like 25%. It's tiny. You come to this zoom where you see the 25% zoom. You can either use this, but I prefer using the what? Fit layout. So from here you have your map, and I'm going to add a few things. One, I'm going to add a legend. Still, you can also come to add item, add legend. You click and drag. You have your legend there. You have the population legend here. You can also add item. I want to add a north arrow. You add your north arrow here. Make it smaller. You have your north arrow there. Then you might want to add a scale. You also add your scale at the bottom. So here you see you have a map, a simple map of population. You can also add item. You can add a title here. Add label. Add a title if you want, but I'm not going to add that. And I'm going to come to my key legend, and I change this. I click on this. I want to change the name. I want to change the name of this. What is it called? This key or the legend. That to show something different. So I double click on it. I see under 5 population. I go back. It has changed. So once I have this map, now that I have the map that I want, I'm going to export it as as an image. Here I'm going to click here, export as an image. Export as an image. I'm going to save it where? I'm going to save it under this shapefile. Okay, save. You can do here, do export resolution, increase the width if you want. Then I click on save. So once after saving, it will bring you a link here so that you can just access it quickly. So I'm going to click on the link. It opens this population where I saved my work, where I saved the image. When I double click on it, it opens as an image, and you can export it. You can do whatever you want with it. You can put it in a presentation, a Word document, anywhere you want. So that is it. You can also export it as a PDF if you want. PDF, save the PDF. Okay, save. Still a link to access. Open the PDF, and you have this, the PDF. Basically, today what we saw was adding a shapefile, adding an Excel file, joining them, and doing this color ramp map. These colors, you can always change the colors. We shall see that maybe at a later stage if you can't figure it out right now. Then we created a map layout. I created a map layout of this. Exported this map layout. Let me save it here. We created this layout and saved our map as a PDF, as a PDF, but also as an image which you can use in future, which you can use in maybe a presentation or share with your colleagues. Yeah, so that is it. Thank you for sticking around, and we shall see other videos soon, how to maybe change the colors here, bring in other different types of other shape files, like the region shape, overlaying the region shape file as we saw before, and filtering to see specific districts, data from specific regions, and all that. And until next time, thank you.